I'm not even going front. All you motherfuckers that's jacking this zombie apocalypse shit, you stuck in lostness, my nigga. You're stuck in a perpetual state of experiencing, dealing with other people, places, and things that are not spiritually aware on a higher than the fourth dimension. Niggas talking about zombies. Nah, niggas not zombies. What the fuck it is that due to the lack of a person's ability to be able to understand, processing the energy frequencies and vibrations, and not have knowledge of the subconscious realm, dealing with the yang within the yin type shit, just besides the yin realm, those who already are able to have been consciously aware of the fourth and sixth dimension, the mental realm, the emotional realm, and the solar realm, or the conscious realm, wherever, or the casual realm, wherever it was called, wherever it was coined. Niggas still don't know what the fuck that sixth dimension shit called. The realm two. All that fourth and sixth dimension is just one whole totality within itself. These are just components and aspects of understanding just higher self, how your higher body in that dimension is, type shit. So a lot of people have a tendency of, once they be able to evaluate and judge their surroundings from a mental perspective, they don't know how to interpret or understand or be familiar with the other influences when they come across an oversoul, when they come across a planetary conscious awareness, or whatever that may be in regards to like or the star or a sixth dimensional being, the star being, the sun star being type shit. Or the solar system itself, type shit, or another galaxy, or this universe, or another universe, for that matter. Which people don't have the ability to, even though you're a whole universe within yourself, but you have to understand that science, that system type shit in regards to that. How would I, as being on that level, how is a being speaking, moving, thinking, processing, communicating, maneuvering, and dealing with shit? So you have, but what it is, what's going on is that the shadow government got shit fourth dimension and below type shit. Everything else is fifth dimension and up. So a lot of the shit that I speak upon is from the fifth dimension and up type shit. Even though I'm basically educating you on the mental perspective type shit. Even though there's been other people that have explained this before. Maybe I have not been the one to niggas not gonna sit here and tell me what I can and cannot do in regards to my mental capabilities and me being able to develop emotions of my own, create my own vibrations type shit, and what I'm constantly aware of, because we don't pay attention to the same shit. And I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about you defending. Niggas say they don't give a fuck about my allegories. Niggas don't give a fuck about you defending these niggas' allegories, my nigga. That's all you hear. People always want to talk about they shit, my shit this, my shit that. If that's your shit, why your ass ain't making fucking videos in the motherfucking Vatican, little nigga? Stop defending. Every time niggas talking about some shit, talking about, oh, this is their shit, this is their shit. So what the fuck do you have, nigga? If you, this shit I'm talking about. Niggas trying to tell me what I don't need and what I don't need and what I do need. Niggas, stop comparing me to y'all niggas, my nigga. There's no comparison with me and nobody else, B. I'm one of a kind. I do my own thing, my nigga. Type shit. Straight like that. So within that, so based upon worldview, we all live in a world. This is basic shit. Niggas live in a fucking world. And how you look at, because this is a plane of existence. How you look at that world, that is your worldview. That worldview is a perspective. And based upon how people are looking at that worldview, that's the realm, or that realm of reality that you live in, or how you see shit. So what's going on in your mind, what you're relating it to, and what you're paying attention to as well, you are already your own thought. In your own. So when you meditate and you clear your mind and you have no thoughts and feelings, you are experiencing yourself. You experiencing your original thought. So when you are in a state of being and you pick up on a feeling and emotion, it's going to make you feel some type of way based upon the space and location where you at, astrally, type shit, or the influences around you, coming across other spirits. So the idea that you receive, that you think is yours, is not yours. You're coming in contact with another spirit. So now what will happen is you will have to create your own thought and feeling about what it is it been brought to your mind's awareness. Once you do that, you have the thought and the feeling. And then once you put your own thought and feeling, you create that energy. And once you create that energy, you have created your own shape and form on an esoteric level. Not saying that will be utilized in regards to a combatant manner, in regards to a high vibrational, multidimensional being. I am consciously aware of all my bodies. I got bodies in all existences, nigga, multiple realities, nigga, all different timelines, nigga, all different dimensions, nigga, all different worlds, nigga. So I don't give a fuck what nobody's talking about. Niggas trying to copy niggas, trying to be like niggas, nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. How that niggas be talking about that shit and y'all agree with those terms and conditions and shit like that, that's the world y'all niggas gonna go into. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I create my realms of realities, nigga, from the top down. So it don't matter if I use Kundalini to travel up and down, left, right, diagonal angles and shit like that, and create my own fucking angles and alignments and shapes and forms and shit. I could do that because I already have experience and I think for myself, and I could do what the fuck I want to do. Can't nobody come over here, come around me and tell me any motherfucking thing. I don't even want to work with motherfuckers that feel like they can do some shit like that. Because you have no control over me. You have no real power. Because it's for you to use all that spell rituals and spell work shit. It's retarded. Listen, niggas talking about the zombie apocalypse shit. Like, yo, the zombie apocalypse, this and that. No, nigga. Those is just motherfuckers that's like, alright, once you get to a higher being and shit like that, you realize like, alright, it's very apparent that everybody in some way, shape, and form is dealing with a form of an awakening. Whether that is they're aware of what the fuck they're able to perceive or not. This is where you have motherfuckers that have skipped stages and became consciously aware of extra shit and don't know how to properly deal with the context of what the fuck they're experiencing, or how they even understand where that's taking place at beyond just the physical level, to be able to maneuver more a little properly to navigate through these astral travels while still dealing with their physical experience, and even though that's included in that astral travel. So, because the human experience is not the highest experience. I keep telling y'all motherfuckers that shit. Niggas say that shit. It's other people that say that same shit too. But I do know that the human experience ain't the highest experience. And I don't give a fuck what niggas talking about. I'm not subconscious community, I'm not none of that shit, nigga. I'm swords, guns, and roses, bitch. Fuck is you talking about? Niggas spiritual warfare with me, nigga. I'm backing out the sword, nigga. Niggas want to send shots at me, I'll clap you, nigga. Motherfucker, if you want peace, balance, equilibrium, wholeness, the motherfucker, here's a motherfucking rose. And shut the fuck up from all that other chaotic bullshit, and let's get the fucking work and get the motherfucking business, bitch. Outside of that other shit, I ain't with none of that extra dumb shit. Ain't none of that spiritual warfare shit coming over here. Niggas can't fuck with me. Niggas got dirt. I got dirt on all y'all niggas. Niggas try to play blackmail shit on me, nigga. Blackmail y'all niggas and get you sent to the sunken place, nigga. You're not gonna unalive me because you got a motherfucking problem with what the fuck I stand like, because you think niggas is racing with motherfuckers. Ain't no race out here, B. Ain't no marathon. I ain't trying to get ahead of nobody except my own shit, nigga. I'm trying to reach my own goals, my own dreams. Niggas trying to stand in the way and play gatekeep, my nigga, on how niggas thinking and feeling and how the motherfucker perceive shit from utilizing their first eye, their mind's eyes. Nigga, all your chakras are your mind, all your minds, nigga. Root chakra, Mars, fucking solar, sacral chakra, Venus. Motherfucking, Your solar plexus, that's your sun sign. Heart space, heart chakra, nigga, that's your moon sign energy for influence. That's how your heart chakra energy influence is, bitch. Bang. Throat chakra, Mercury. First thought, Jupiter. Crown chakra, Saturn. That's just the system to correlate to understanding the influence of the body. So anything you dealing with, any form of religion, is a form of a speculative astrology. It's dealing with astrology. Strategy, study of the body, or the aspect of the mind, relative to what books you niggas reading. So that's just a tool that was never made as a history book, and it never verified what took place in history. You will have to understand shit from a metaphysical, esoteric level type shit. And back again, what I was talking about before, you got motherfuckers that think they stuck in the metaverse. There's a difference between the metaverse and the metaphysical universe. The metaverse is correlating to the fucking this cybernetic, you're all robot, cyborg shit, that the shadow government's trying to perpetuate as a form of a fucking physical virtual reality, but with spiritually, you being spiritually aware type shit. And then you have the actual metaphysical universe realms, where is you're navigating through these astral travels. You are an ancient god or goddess, or whatever type of ancient being type shit, just back here on Earth, becoming the human, going through the human experience, dealing with multiple dimensions type shit, and we're pretty much basically in the motherfucking space age with this shit. Nigga, we ain't some shit that's like motherfucking the year 2029 to 2950 and shit. Not really 2950, but I'm just saying though, like that's just an analogy. Or 3555 or some shit. Like that's how up niggas, that's how advanced, that's already ahead of the game. Niggas just with their own conscious awareness on some bullshit though. These niggas be on some bullshit with that shit. That's why they be playing with y'all niggas. So it's just like in the metaphysical universe, you have your thought. You have the two sides to your mind. You have the masculine and feminine principle. You have the fucking they're dealing with the logic and practicality, and you got the shit that's dealing with the feelings and emotions. And then when you're dealing with the feelings and emotions type shit, you gotta create your own idea. When you create your own idea, basically you're logically boxing that shit out. But it was where it started from first, with what you was paying attention to, or what you was basically correlating to with natural selection, based upon what you actually traveling, based upon what you're paying attention to as well, correlating to that shit. So bang, what you're naturally drawn to, what you're naturally aware of, and shit like that, from your awareness type shit, from go through your experiences, aka your spiritual experiments and shit like that, and dealing with your own navigation and dealing with triggers and situations, things, goals, accomplishments, missions, and tactics and strategies and lessons learned and all that other shit. Bam. Logically, it's a boom. So basically each one of your motherfucking chakras is correlating with your other motherfucking planets. You are also as above, so below. There's planets in the higher realm too. In fourth and sixth dimension, you have planets there. So boom, what was going on, and that's the world that these motherfuckers exist in. But that all that is still playing out in a system that's in one body. That's one solar system. Bam. But we're going to correlate into that world. Bam. Correlate into that world. You see this realm type shit, this thing called realm 2, or the realm of the unseen type shit. This is the shit that back and support the shit that's playing out behind the scenes. This is the shit that back to support the energetic field. So what you see taking place in the physicality within the yang realm is basically set, and that came after the fact. So everything's taking place from a speculative, esoteric perspective type shit. And even esoteric and perspective shit is still subjected to God. So we're just kind of like, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all niggas. Type shit. God ain't got nothing to do with that. None of that shit. That's another. God's in a higher realm than that. Broader existence than that. The soul system that we're in, the soul system that they were in, and at the physical existence type shit. Like as a collective, this motherfucker got a little more smarter over the last couple of years. Type shit. So this motherfucker is still dead. Type shit, but it's still it's inside its own mind, living its own dream, experiencing shit here, trying to project back on this shit to still continue living on its existence and shit like that. So whereas as when you're dealing with the collective and shit like that, it has been times before where niggas have actually been able to basically bring this spirit into a broader existence in the world, and basically us as a collective is able to travel through different planets, different star systems, basically through actual travels type shit to make shit happen consistently. But what the fuck about it is though, niggas be talking about this teamwork dreamwork shit, but niggas be trying to spiritually rob niggas that know how to do this. The niggas that be doing this shit think they the only one that can do this shit, and then they think they entitled to control them motherfuckers. If I don't care about who think you entitled to nothing, my nigga, I feel like I own everything in this motherfucking universe, nigga, and other universes too. So don't even come at me sideways like that, nigga. You don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about when I'm saying that type shit. So I don't give a fuck about you defending allegories. Okay? If that it is what you're using to justify why you don't understand what the fuck I'm talking about. So back to what I was talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Based upon what you're paying attention to, natural selection, navigating, maneuvering around here in your experience from your awareness, right? You being consciously aware, your conscious awareness. What you naturally resonating with and correlating to is feelings in your emotional bodies type shit. That is this. You have those are your planets. On those planets, you have a body in each one. So, with that being said, based upon what area or what influence of the planets you're dealing with, like for example, root chakra dealing with is dealing with the Mars energy, passive motivations, and ulterior motives, alternative motives, or some shit like that. Sacral chakra, Venus, motherfucking appreciation value, love appreciation and value compromise. Sun sign, boom. How you be constantly aware, how you act, boom. Moon, heart chakra, motherfucking your heart space. Dealing with the moon, dealing with your Merkaba, your first cloth, the lightest cloth you created as a spirit when you manifested the ground too, your higher body. It's not specifically what that is. It's just a way of how to explain the energetic principles of what these things are. Types, and so that you can use that as a reference to you when you go outside and deal with your actual personal experience. You understand what you experiencing or come into contact with as an influence. So boom, or when you're creating your influence. So boom. They at the throat chakra, that's dealing with Mercury. They can analyze communication. First eye chakra, that's correlated to Jupiter, dealing with expansion, travel, luck, not even luck, good fortune, spirituality, how your spirit moves, shit like that. Friendship, whatever the fuck the case may be, correlated to that shit. Crown chakra, dealing with Saturn, dealing with structure, it's dealing with order, not even order, it's dealing with structure, dealing with like restriction, limitations, how to build on shit, how to perceive shit, how you perceiving your reality, shit correlating with that. And then you got other chakras too. So we got remember one of the concepts just yet. Being that I know a lot of motherfuckers not even there, niggas not even there yet with that. So we never gonna. It's not this video for that. Dealing with higher bodies, higher chakras, just outside, just beyond that type shit. So when you're around one type shit, nigga, you got more chakras than that. You can develop other chakras, other spaces, other mentalities type shit that basically rotate around the ones that you already created for yourself at the spirit type shit, which is dealing with your 8th chakra type shit. And that is still correlating. That just correlating to the energy signature of Uranus, your individuality. So that's all what the Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto type shit, that could be referenced to as one chakra system type, one star type shit. But then again, you have those. But how you create those will be 3 different chakras. There'll be 3 different waters. There'll be 3 different chakras and shit like that rotate around each other type shit and dealing with that as a higher spaceship. But that's another video. A mental spaceship, not like you really going into spaceship. What you do sometimes? You know what I'm saying? Depending on where you at with this shit. Depending on who the fuck got a problem with you and shit like that. You better know how to fly, motherfucker. But never navigate them type of technologies, motherfucker. That's some advanced shit. I'm telling you, shit is not a game out here. So based upon we wind back. So now, what I was talking about in regards to the astral travel and shit, in regards to the alright, so boom, judging your surroundings, basically your emotional feeling, your emotional bodies. That's correlated to your emotions, the different aspects of how you deal with those things, type shit. In regards to how you think about some shit, how you perceive some shit, how you able to expand on some shit, how you motherfucking communicate, analyze that shit, how you motherfucking deal with your emotional bodies and your emotions, your feelings and your needs, type shit, and how you react or how you respond. Boom, moon, sun sign. How you act? Cause you wear Take a chakra, you frustrate value, compromise, shit. Bam. Root chakra, boom. Dealing with your structure, stability. Dealing with your passions, motivations. How you fight, shit like that. So boom. So you got a sign on each planet. So each planet you are that. So you can actually travel to that planet. You can go to Mars, but every planet you have a body there already. So the sign that your planet is in, that's the sign you are on that planet. So that will help you also understand what the fuck I'm talking about too. So you start beginning your astral travels when you meditate and going through your dreams and shit like that. When you meditate, you can clear your mind. You don't think. When you meditate, you don't think about nothing. You don't think or feel about nothing. You be in your actual state of being. You have to know your state of being. This is the purpose of the meditate. This is the purpose of meditation. Clear your mind space, doing all that shit. So when you basically carry no thoughts and no feelings type shit, and you're dealing with the mental bombardment type shit, you gotta beat that shit away on some mental kung fu shit. Boom, 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 push that shit away. Boom, 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 get rid of that. Kill that thought. Shit like that. Boom. Now you can understand your state of being, because you already the thought, you already the feeling, you already the spirit. So you're just understanding that your state. You understand you will know how to sit in your state of being. Now you know what that state of being is. And then when you get deep into the meditation, you feel like you get into a trance or a draw or a drunken state of being type shit. You want to be able to sustain yourself on that level, and then now you be like, alright, I'm at this place. This is my space. Bam. Know your energy. Learn your energy. Learn your frequency. Learn your vibrations type of shit. And then you understand how this was already constructed and created. It will communicate back to you, you get information and shit like that. Cause boom, when you meditate type shit, your brain produce chlorine, which is basically developing chlorine. It was actually called clairvoyance and shit like that. You feel me? Like it's shit real out here, B. So back to what I was talking about. Based upon what the fuck you're paying attention to, 6-dimensional, natural selection, natural resonance and shit like that, and what you're aware of, conscious awareness and shit. Bomb. Feelings and emotions. Dealing with the 5th dimension. Boom. Dealing with your planetary body. Dealing with your emotional bodies. Dealing with how you feel on your emotions and shit like that. How you process those things and influence. Also your intuition. So boom. And judging your surroundings, how you logically understand and practicalize and analyze some shit, and basically creating the logic behind that shit. So you got the right brain, which is round, and you got the left brain, which is square type shit. Cause the right brain is dealing with creativity and imagination and shit like that, and the simplest and formless. And then you have the fucking logic in your left brain, logic and practicality. With that, you actually what you're doing is to understand the two sides of the brain, dealing with the masculine and the feminine principle. And once you be able to deal with the masculine and feminine principles, you understand that you need neither of those. Those are just shapes and forms. Those are tools, the two sides of yourself type shit. That's where they get the concept between of a man, which is the logic and practicality of it, and the woman, the feeling and emotion. When you start attaching actual people to your actual concepts, that's when you're participating in teamwork, dreamwork shit. And know that, listen, if you don't want them niggas in that shit, your motherfucker check that shit before that wreck that shit. And then if they try to wreck that shit, you better check that shit. You feel me? Gotta separate the two. Cause niggas get caught up in attaching themselves to all this physicality shit, and fail to realize that all the shit that's taking place in the realm too is shit that correlates to different organizations, secret societies, different spiritual planes, different beings, entities, and shit that's taking place. And it seems like everything is separate, but all reality type, in all actuality, it's all being correlated. It's all one. It's all part of the same shit. Because it's still inside this solar system. You're still dealing with one body, and this one body, it can be because niggas is trying to go to war for who's gonna be the seat of the overall. And thing about it is though, I'm already in tune with the overall source on my own time. Niggas ain't compromising my motherfucking nigga talking about doing business with China niggas. Fuck all that shit. Doing business with anybody, my nigga, you better motherfucker pull up in there like you the boss down, bigger belly, got the boss down, Villa Deli, boss god, goddess bitch, or boss god, goddess, nigga. Whatever the fucking case may be. But once you understand those aspects of that shit, type shit. Now you can start developing the goddess. Understand like, oh, what they're referring to as the template of the structure of what they're talking about as regards to the solar system. It's neither male or female. It's just a higher being. It's just it's a human in that realm. But in that realm type shit, it was in the 7th, 8th, or 9th dimension dealing with other galaxies. Like that being type shit lives as like the only human there type shit. But it's not a human. It's a kind of mentality type shit. It's a shape and form. But when you're there type shit, before you came to this plane, you was a spirit that lived in that world that motherfucker interacted with this being. Type shit. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all motherfucker. This is the construct of the fucking matrix. That's the matrix. You're inside the body of the being that motherfucker came in contact with, that brought you to a form of physicality, which you birthed into the. This is the only, Earth is the only realm, this plane of existence is the only realm where this is shit physical. Everything else is metaphysical outside of this bitch. Type shit. But those are shapes and forms too. It's brought about how being able to be aware of it, how to process that shit, and there's many different systems on that. But as you can motherfucking see, how the fucking doing this shit down here, inside this motherfucking one fucking punk ass motherfucking solar system type shit, but this being y'all niggas think is the greatest and shit, that's not even God. It's a God in its own right, or goddess in its own right, or divine being in his own right. But God motherfucking did. Don't forget shit. You had a body. You had a 7th-dimensional body too. You have your own God body. Man. Male. You got your own goddess body. Woman. Female. Real shit. Type shit. So when you get there type shit, now you understand the trait of thought, an idea, a mentalities of the 4th dimension. That's what that's why they're referring to shit as the mentality in the 4th dimension. And that's what they're referring to a woman in the 5th dimension. But if you reach to the 5D, that does not make, if a male's make it to the 5, women are naturally inclined to be in that space on a subconscious, well, they already in tune with certain shit that already play out naturally. Type shit. They're the physical representation of feminine principle. That's why they shape like that. They shape like the 8, because the 8 is great and it motherfucking goes to the time within space. It's done like as above, so below. She look good above, she look good below. Type shit. The power's in the jiggle because they walk in vibrations and shit like that. Motions, pictures, and motions were all males, and then walking frequencies type shit. We're the image. We are the directing. We create the shape and form, and we have a directive force. We have energy. We have force. Type shit. But even when you're creating those mentalities, and you as a star being, and now we talking about star consciousness or star awareness or a casual awareness or a conscious awareness, or woke. You're not woke, but hey, whatever that fucking woke movement shit is, you're aware now. You're spiritually aware. You're aware of influences. You're aware of energies. Now, boom. Now you're the spirit looking at the man and the woman type shit. The mentality interacting with the womantality type shit. You got the thoughts, she interacting with the feeling. You're able to observe how the feeling, emotion is responding and reacting to the thought and idea, the concept being presented to you. But even once you're able to do that and see that for yourself, you're all naturally just generating and correlating your own energies, your own influence type shit throughout all this time is taking place. So boom. Now you do that. This is how you're able to see what I'm talking about in a general context. So now, that's what I'm talking about in regards to how you see that world. So basically, once you're there with this shit, now you can understand what people are talking about in regards to, because what these niggas are speaking, what people talking about in like, oh, zombie apocalypse, oh, Armageddon, oh, Yama Yama, oh, motherfucking the end of times. Nigga, there ain't no end of motherfucking. Oh, it's the end of days. Oh, no, it's the end of the world. No, that term means the end of how you view the world. It don't mean that world is going to die. This shit been here since the beginning of time. What the fuck are you talking about? The planet will always replenish itself. It's interacting with other planetary bodies that's in a system, in a being that lives in the broader existence. Interacting with other motherfuckers. This will not collapse. So people are always in the context of worshiping death, because the concept was the spirit that spirit, when it came within its own experience to come down to this place to go through his experience and ascend it back up. Once it returned, it had got killed. Type shit. AKA, it went through a form of transformation and experience. But what happened was it got trapped within its own mind. So when it got trapped within its own mind, it basically was stuck in its own self, in its own head, dealing with its own thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions separate from the spiritual world. So once it did that, it's trapped. So that's what this shit is doing on a broader scale type. So you can see that when you go outside as a parent. So it's like that's the whole, like, niggas are creating worlds. Niggas creating concepts and ideas and shit like that. Niggas are expanding on shit to how to still be able to navigate these actual travels as an overall body outside of this motherfucking system type shit. But what happens is we receive niggas perceive the ideas and thoughts and ideas from this shit, how it's perceived in that world. But however, once you become your own one of a kind, you're able to go back into your higher body. Once you're your seventh, eighth dimensional body type shit, because majority, a lot of people only just most people only make it to the seventh dimension and already in their goddess and god body type shit. So they know how to utilize their power in this realm type shit. So they got back to the body that they had in that existence type shit, interacting with this motherfucker and knowing that there's a difference type shit. You're dealing with an outside influence type shit. So there's many names for this motherfucker type shit. But then you have other stars outside of that shit that basically would birth from children of that shit, interacting with the overall source and shit like that, back and forth, type shit. Or dealing with other spirits in that realm and shit like that, creating new shapes and forms, new stars, from clashing with each other, from clashing with concepts, clashing ideas, feelings and emotions, motherfucking spiritual warfare, battles for space, shit like that. And now, what happens is between the two, it's a one. This without the other can't cause anything. It can cause waves, ripples, winds, shit like that. But when it clash together, type shit is an impact. And on impact, it created a sound. It created a frequency. It created a sound. It created a form of light. So based upon how that. Once that happened, the responsibilities of what would take place in that shit on the galactic level is basically understanding how to deal with the alchemical energies and how to create the shape and form of what that sphere, not the fear, not FEAR, a fierce, basically creating an orb, creating a shape and form, and then what is that? What shall that be? Type shit. You can do that shit singularity. Or you can do that participating with other people. But once you're on that system, that's dealing with a polarity system. But look, that right there, like niggas not understanding the alchemical process type shit, dealing with shit from a galactic level back to the solar system level type shit. That's what niggas dealing with the Garden of Eden or the higher, or called the higher heavens and shit. Boom, that's what the motherfucking shit niggas is talking about. And then now, how to do that filtering system and alchemize the energies from a fucking galactic level down to the planetary level back into the 3D. Now that's dealing with real spirit. That's dealing with real spiritual work, real spiritual energies, dealing with being a real spirit, nigga. Dealing with real spiritual energy, dealing with real motherfucking metaphysical principles and esoteric shit that's prevailing, that's always effective in every single day in existence, type shit. Know how to correlate, balance out, and alchemize that energy so that way it can be evenly distributed. And it basically plays out as naturally playing out as things happening in your favor without you having to fucking be detrimental to other people's lives type shit. But when it comes down to spiritual warfare, nigga, this shit, we got motherfuckers on the touches behind this shit trying to, because a lot of motherfuckers got the lack the ability to do that and would rather motherfucking drain you of your energy instead of building their mind back up to go ahead and be able to do that they motherfucking self effectively. This is why certain people be getting caught up in other people's experiences, other people's bullshit, negative attachments, entity attachments, and don't know how to deal with that shit. I don't know too much about that one arm, one eye, one leg shit, because it sounds like to me that you're only half of yourself and the other side of you is being occupied. So you might want to check that shit out and thoroughly analyze what the fuck people be talking about.